Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here for the occasion, and thank you for taking time to attend this session. I'm Seth from Salesforce Southeast Asia team, responsible for driving customer success in adopting data culture, unlocking values from use cases and their data assets, and scaling employees' analytics proficiency as part of digital transformation. Right, just using data visualization to share some fun facts about myself. I have been doing data management and data analytics for the past 2 decades. Throughout my career, I've been building and leading analytics teams to work with and partner with stakeholders such as top management, finance, HR, product teams, marketing teams, ops teams on their use cases. On a personal note, I enjoy reading e-magazines, cycling, and spending time with my family members. Passion-wise, I enjoy board gaming, and I do singing, and I like to babysit my kids while having one hand on my data. Right. All right, on a more serious note, let's jump into the main topic of the session, digital transformation. For the past 2 decades, and especially during pandemic times in the past 3 years, almost every organization is doing some form of digital transformations, and sometimes rather hasty ones. The aim is to serve and keep their customers and stakeholders happy, and more importantly, to survive amidst the lockdowns, the supply chain disruptions, the slowdown of the economies, and inherently against more intense competition. While the pandemic fever has subsided to a certain extent, we are still seeing many headwinds against us on a global scale. For example, we have been witnessing recently how inflation has become a big, ugly monster affecting many aspects of our life, ranging from cost of living, job opportunities, corporate earnings, and share prices. To date, if you look at one of the World Stock Index funds covering the small, medium to large enterprises, it has actually dropped by 23% as compared to a year ago. Rearing its ugly head, inflation monster is pressuring many organizations to improve profitability and essentially doing more with less. So relating to that, many organizations are actually looking for a shining knight to come and help them ward off this inflation monster. And in comes our superhero, digital transformation. Some of its superpowers include robotic process automation, in short we call it RPA, Salesforce automation, expanding sales channels through e-commerce, and predicting and personalizing customer experiences. All these powers can help companies achieve higher productivity, greater efficiencies, and better customer satisfactions. However, before our hero can actually flex his muscles and use his superpowers, he must overcome the formidable kryptonite, cost. We focus very much on bottom lines nowadays. The top management and CFOs are scrutinizing every cost component, and in our instance, the cost of having these superpowers. Questions asked can be, we have already so many applications in our digital landscape. Do we really need to have one more? Where and how can we prioritize and invest in the right areas to make sure that we achieve maximum impact and the highest ROI? Right, so to address that, our superhero needs a shield, and it is mainly in the form of data culture and data transformation. Many successful Fortune 500 companies in the likes of Google, Pfizer, Amazon, Citigroup, they are upskilling their employees and transforming data to become higher value assets. With readily available and analyzable data, and employees with the right passion and right analytical skill sets, these companies can extract business insights and showcase quick wins to the management to address the cost concerns. Empowered with the right technology, right, to transform and store the data, and coupled with a strong data culture, employees within such organizations can ask questions and address them easily, challenge ideas with facts, and not only use intuition, but use data and insights to facilitate and drive decision making. Right, so as we speak about the successful companies, it is interesting and at the same time, I would say alarming, that such companies only made up the 8% who managed to succeed in scaling analytics. What about the 92%? How can we not become one of them? Right, so through the years at Tableau, through the years interacting and working with customers, we curated our knowledge, experiences, lessons learned, and best practices into what we call the Tableau Blueprint. Allow me to spend some time to share with you what the framework is about, and hopefully it can shed some light to you how to become a data-driven organization successfully and more importantly in a sustainable manner. At the start, as cliche as it sounds, you should always start with the vision and a clear objective. What are we trying to do here? What is the point of digital transformation? How do we know that we are successful? What is the success plan? Right? All these actually have to be front-loaded. Next, we also need, it is important to actually have the right level of influence, execution, and oversight to see through the whole project. And that means it is important to identify and get the buy-in from the executive sponsors, appoint the right project leader and team members to actually see through the whole project. Beyond that, we talk about the three components: agility, proficiency, and community. Agility-wise, it is important to have a proper deployment strategy and the right amount of planning. Some focuses you can consider would be like, how do we provide an end-to-end agile platform which can collect and store relevant data from that is being generated across all the applications. Solutions that are commonly used nowadays can include Snowflake, Google BigQuery, AWS, Redshift. In addition, another focus can be not just focusing on the element of storing data, but also to certify the data and govern them to build that trust between the IT teams and the users. Upon deployment, we should also always have a regular server health check, right, to make sure that the user adoption, the performances of the servers are up to expectations. And let's not forget that we need to upgrade our servers in a timely manner to cover the security bit. At the proficiency level, we should upskill our employees in terms of data literacy and the technical know-how to use solutions such as BI solutions, data science tools, right, to harness more value from your data assets. And alongside with all the training programs, there should also be some form of accountability. That is by measuring how successful we are from the training program. For example, how many use cases have you operationalized after those training programs, after you have upskilled your employees? And to set the tone right at the beginning, it is always crucial to share analytics best practices so that it can save them one big round to get to the answer, right? So do that. At the community level, we should consider creating platforms or intranets, common platforms, right? And organize fun events to bring them together so as to share those successful use cases and also explore the opportunities to collaborate. Last but not least, having a well thought of and proper governance framework to make sure that the right folks are accessing the right contents at the right time is also very important. Now, you may still be wondering what kind of right questions to ask, or you need further assistance. Fret not. On Tableau website, you are most welcome to take the free 10 to 15 minutes Tableau Blueprint assessment to gauge where you and your organization are. At the end of the exercise, recommendations with possible next steps will be provided to you, right, for you to take away. With that, I wish you every success on your path of digital transformation. Thank you and have a nice day.